Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the IWN YouTube channel. I'm IWN, and this is your Smackdown, and this is your very first Smackdown and AEW Rampage review of 2023. Thank you guys for joining me here today. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell for all notifications, hit the thumbs up. Your likes, as well as your overwhelming support, helps out the channel in a lot of ways that you guys don't realize. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Links to both of my accounts are down in the description below. Make sure you go check out all the other content that I have on the channel for this week. That includes my Monday Night Raw review. If you missed my Dynamite review, go check that out. That's on the channel as well. Everything wrestling related, as far as wrestling content goes, is on the channel, man. We got a lot to go over as far as WWE AEW Saturday Night News goes. I'm going to try to make these reviews quick. Right after, as soon as I get finished reviewing SmackDown and AEW Rampage and giving you guys your WWE and AEW Saturday Night News, I'm going to be live with a Wrestle Kingdom 17 pay-per-view walk. Now, I was supposed to be live with it Wednesday, but I decided to go live with Dynamite instead. I decided to save the Wrestle Kingdom 17 pay-per-view watch-along for the weekend. I decided I was going to watch it this weekend. So after this, we'll be live with the Wrestle Kingdom 17 pay-per-view watch-along. I'm going to watch Wrestle Kingdom 17. And yes, I'm watching all the matches, so it's pretty much going to be a long stream. So if you guys are going to be a part of the chat, for Wrestle Kingdom 17, please be sure you let me know. Make sure you're here on time, because I know you guys want to listen to the commentary and the action just as much as I do. You guys are going to be listening to the commentary and the action. Meanwhile, I'm going to be watching it. And I'm going to have, and I'm going to put up there on the screen all the matches that are taking place. Like, say if I put right now, like I'm going to say, for an example, right now on screen, we have Jay White defending his such and such championship against Okada. That's what I'm basically going to be putting on the screen to let you guys know what matches I'm watching. You know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying? So now the biggest story coming out of WWE right now is Vince McMahon. I have not finished going. I didn't get to finish going over your Vince McMahon news. We're going to go over that after both reviews. We're going to go over the news on Stephanie McMahon's response to Vince McMahon's return and the stocks going up at Vince McMahon's return to WWE, and Triple H still taking control of creative in WWE. We're going to go over all that. And we got some news on why Bray Wyatt missed SmackDown, as well as some news on Dax Harwood. A lot of AEW talents in the locker room are not happy about Dax Harwood's podcast for some odd reason. Why would they not be happy? I mean, Dax Harwood pretty much was speaking facts. I mean, he was just, he has a right to speak his opinion, man. Podcast. Isn't that what? I mean, really? We're going to do that. I'm actually going to do the actual thought on that. Down matches and segments. No segments on. It was if you know what I'm saying. My camera's acting weird again. I don't know why. It must be, I don't know if it's out of storage or what. I don't know. I think I got a shortage. I think I have a shortage on my camera, man, on my webcam. I don't know why, but it feels to do. I may have to just cut my camera off and set it like this. That's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to do it like this from now on until I get a new webcam, because my webcam's been acting stupid lately. I don't understand why. I don't know if it's because of the USB port or I don't know. I don't know, man. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get right to the reviews here. So we're going to start with SmackDown. So Friday Night SmackDown, we have the Bloodline jumping the barricade, or should I say jumping the barrier, and started to throw furniture and inflict incredible mild property damage to the ringside area as the show kicked off. So Roman Reigns' music hits, and he made his entrance with Paul Heyman, Michael Cole, and Wade Barrett. So Michael Cole, Wade Barrett pretty much joined the broadcast on commentary. Footage was shown on commentary of John Cena and Kevin Owens defeating Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn last Friday's SmackDown. Roman assumed the Bloodline in the ring and demanded that Memphis and him. Yes, we acknowledge you, Roman Reigns. There's nothing wrong with you, man. You're doing the best work of your career as a heel right now. I mean, these geeks would be a bunch of fools to think otherwise. I mean, really. Now, he then told Paul Heyman that they were going to start out a little different, and he would give the people what they want, because he wanted to hear from the honorary Usos, Sami Zayn, right now. Sami got a nice chant and said they started this show the same way they started Monday Night Raw. And all of 2023 to let people know that this year belongs to the Bloodline. He said Solo won his match, pretty much. Guys, let me know if the audio's glitching and skipping again. The Usos and Sami Zayn won their match on Monday, and they are sending the message that 2023 is their year. You know what? I'm just going to cut my webcam off. I'm just going to do it like this going forward until I get a new webcam. I'm just going to do it like this. I'm going to have to, man, because apparently there is something going on with the webcam, with the camera. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's busted. I don't know if it's just not working. It's not fully operating right or what. It might be the strong Wi-Fi, man. I don't know. He then told Paul Heyman that they were going to start out a little differently. At least you guys can hear me. He would give the people what he wanted to hear from the honorary Usos. Sami Zayn got a nice chant. They started this the same way they started Raw. All of 2023 to let people know that this year belongs to the Bloodline. He said Solo match. The Usos and Sami Zayn won their match on Monday. They are sending the message that 2023 is their year. Roman Reigns continued and said he didn't want to talk about this year. He wanted to talk about last year. He asked the audience if they last year. And it was the biggest Smackdown of the year against Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns. He laughed, as some people say they lost, but then said Sammy lost because the tribal chief doesn't lose. Hassan, it's my camera. There's something wrong with my camera. I got to get a new one. My camera is blacked out or something, man. But anyway, his makeup, he then questioned why Sammy decided to call his shot like Baby Rough. Roman said that that's what he does. And he questioned whether Sammy wanted to be him. He got in Sammy's face and screamed at him about whether he wanted to be him or wanted to run the bloodline. So yeah, I told you the camera's not acting right, man. Told y'all this camera's not. Told y'all. Because my camera's not acting right, Hassan. You should know that. You should know about cameras. You should know a thing about webcams. Sorry about that, guys. I'm having some difficulties with my webcam. I don't know what's doing that. It's pissing me off. Now I'm gonna have to, it looks like I'm gonna have to spend money on a new one. But anyways. So Roman said that's what he does. And he questioned whether Sammy wanted to be him. He got in Sammy's face and screamed at him about whether he wanted to be him or wanted to run the bloodline. At that moment, Kevin Owens interrupted and made his entrance. Kevin said that he thinks Roman has some issues with misdirected anger. The last time he saw him like this, he was the cause of it. He thinks he might be the cause of it again. He told him he has a KO problem, not a Sami Zayn problem, and told him that he thinks it's time he takes care of it. He challenged Roman Reigns to a match at the Royal Rumble for the Undisputed WWE Heavyweight Championship. Roman accepted and said what he really wants is for Kevin Owens to go away forever. Owens said he would do Roman a favor and leave, but not forever, because he would see him at the Royal Rumble. He told Sammy he would see him whenever he digs his balls out of Roman's pocket. Roman looked furious as the segment ended. So we got a solid opening segment. Roman played his part well of barely containing his anger until it was time to explode on Sami Zayn. Owens getting that last dig in at Zayn makes you wonder if his time at the Bloodline might be coming to an end, perhaps. The Royal Rumble. A good spot for a point in his story. It does. I feel like WWE needs to make the right decision at this point. I feel like now is the time for the Bloodline to turn on Sami Zayn at the Royal Rumble. I predict where this turn should happen. At the Royal Rumble. I said it a few days ago. Man. And I'm not lying. It needs to happen at the Royal Rumble. It makes sense. Because then after the Bloodline turns on Sami Zayn, we can get Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus the Usos for the Undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships for WrestleMania 39. It makes sense. Legitimately makes long-term booking storyline right here, man. Long-term booking written all over this story right here. This is great stuff. I'm enjoying this story. I love this feud. The crowd was excited. The feud was entertaining. It continues to be entertaining every week. It continues to be great. And it's showing. The downfall of the Bloodline use, folks. We got Android Charlotte Flair pulling into the arena in a convertible. Michael Cole advertised an appearance from her for later. The New Day made their entrance to the ring with Kofi Kingston being the active competitor. Kofi will face Santos Escobar. Footage was shown from earlier today where Santos told Kofi he would eliminate him from the Rumble and that the sun was setting on the New Day. Legado del Fantasma made their entrance after the video. Woods accompanied Kofi to the ring, and Escobar was accompanied by Selena Vega, Joaquin Wilde, and Cruz del Toro. Now, Santos Escobar with Legado del Fantasma versus Kofi Kingston with Xavier Woods. They battled back and forth early on. Kofi celebrated after tossing Santos over the top rope. Mick mocking, basically a Royal Rumble elimination. I don't know. I don't even know how you pronounce that word. Santos was in control as the show returned. He landed a running kick and scored a near fall. Woods interrupted with his to cause distraction to buy Kingston some time. He was able to roll up Escobar for a 2 count. He then fired back some kicks, so Escobar cut him down with a cut. Kofi fired back with an SOS and got another near fall. Both men ended up on the ropes in the corner. And Escobar intended to pull Kofi into the ring with a superplex. Kofi avoided the suplex with a headbutt, and he then attempted a flying nothing. Escobar intercepted him with a knee strike. Santos then made a cover for a near fall. Kofi attempted what appeared to be a jumping double stomp, but Escobar caught him. Kingston was able to shove himself off and land the double stomp anyway. After a distraction from Vega and Wild, Escobar landed a kick and the Phantom Driver and got the win. Kofi Kingston and Escobar, it's safe to say they had a great show last night. I don't care what any of the IWC negative simps have to say in the community. They're probably saying negative things about the match. I don't think this match was negative at all. At least Kofi Kingston wasn't acting on cringe in the ring, at least. Meanwhile, Xavier Woods was. Late in the match, Cole said a major announcement would happen after the match. The announcement was the information that Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens would face each other for the Undisputed Universal Champion. Backstage, Paul Heyman consulted with Sami Zayn outside of the Bloodline. locker room. He wasn't allowed in. Heyman reminded him about what he told him last week about being 3 steps ahead. The walk past Heyman to get into the locker room. Heyman told Sammy that 3 steps down, the road would still be a bit behind. He patted Zayn on the back and told him he still loved him. And he wasn't allowed in the locker room. So we pretty much got a solid but not spectacular match. I guess that's the best way to say it. There wasn't really that much at stake, though, and the numbers advantage for the heels made the outcome seem a bit obvious. You guys know what I mean. So that's all I got to say to that. Nothing else to say. Nothing else further to say about it. Backstage, Liv Morgan cut a promo. She said 30 women fighting in the Royal Rumble is chaotic. She thrives in chaos. Liv said entering last would be the easy path. But if she had her way, she'd enter at number 1 and kick the crap out of everyone that came after her. Wayne Barrett expressed excitement about Bray Wyatt being in action at the Royal Rumble. Footage was shown of Uncle Howdy delivering a Sister Abigail to Bray Wyatt last week. LA Knight was shown backstage, and Caleb Braxton asked him about the encounter. He said he found himself walking through the Memphis and asked himself, do I really feel the way I feel? Guys, I still have some information on my own on Uncle Howdy. I just haven't given it out yet. I haven't given it out yet, man. I may actually give it out after I give you. I think I'm gonna give it out after I give you guys your WWE AEW Saturday Night News, which we don't have much to go over. Anyways, what I was saying, LA Knight was shown backstage, and Caleb Braxton asked him about the encounter. He said he found himself walking through Memphis and asked himself, do I really feel the way I feel? Knight said he didn't care if Uncle Howdy did his work for him. He'd be happy to kick the pieces of Bray Wyatt around when he's done. He then said that when the lights go out at the Royal Rumble, Wyatt's light goes out, and that's a fact. In the arena, Karrion Kross and Scarlett made their entrance in black and white. Once they made their entrance in black and white, footage was shown of Emma slapping Scarlett a few weeks ago, which led to this match. Now, we all know there hasn't been, as far as Scarlett goes, it hasn't really been her strong suit in previous companies, but the match wasn't the greatest, and it wasn't the best either. The match was joint in progress. Emma and Scarlett quickly tagged in. Emma took over quickly, threw Scarlett into the corner, and landed a couple of lariats in Emma's sandwich for a 2 count. She then attempted a butterfly suplex. Scarlett spun free, landed a forearm strike. Now, Scarlett then landed a suplex of her own with a bridge for a 2 count. Emma fired back with a butterfly suplex, and Karrion Kross broke up the pin. The referee scolded him, and Emma slapped him across the face. Emma backed up, and Moss made a tag into the match. He hit the ropes, and Scarlett grabbed his foot. so Cross could land a lariat. Emma approached Scarlett on the floor and was tossed over the announce table. In the ring, Cross avoided Moss as he charged into the corner. He then landed a cross hammer and the cross jacket for the submission victory. And that was it. After the match, Cross put Rey Mysterio mask on Moss and put a Mysterio Sarret card, or whatever card he put, in his hand. He addressed Mysterio by talking to the camera and said he told him that he knew that would be him soon. Cole and Barrett put over last week's episode as the most watched of 2022 and gave some of the credit to Ronda Rousey versus Raquel Rodriguez and introduced a video package for the match. It also focused on the quick title change to Charlotte Flair. You know, the android. Charlotte was up next on Smackdown last night. There was not much of a match between Madcap Moss teaming up with Emma and Karen Cross teaming up with his wife, Scarlett. You know, it worked fine, but it didn't really work that fine. You know what I mean? I'm surprised that they didn't really get a little bit more out of the feud. I mean, it seems Cross onto Mysterio, which would be rather great for him. I'd rather see Cross feud with Mysterio than Madcap Moss at this point. Cole and Barrett made the announcement of Money in the Bank moving over to London in July the 1st, 2023. Great. I'm going to be hearing fireworks on July the 4th. Nobody wants to hear that, man. Are you serious? Drew McIntyre and Sheamus were then shown at Jerry Lawler's Bar and Grill. They argued and slapped each other increasingly hard as they recalled their history together. Didn't sound right the way I said that, I know. As they continued to slap each other. They said when the Lions are in town, it's banger after banger and celebrated. Page runs. More like danger after danger. Oh, man. Anyway, they'll face the Usos for the Undisputed Tag Team Championships in the main event. Anyways, back in the arena, we got Charlotte Flair. Oh, great. I can't hardly wait not to read this to you guys. Charlotte Flair made her ring entrance in an elaborate new robe. She was handed a microphone and got a pop by asking Memphis if they missed her queen. Charlotte asked the crowd to finish the catchphrase, "Payback's a bitch," and told them to ask Ronda because she knows. Now, she then said she was away for 8 months and said she was overwhelmed by the reaction when she won the SmackDown Women's Championship last week in Tampa. Charlotte said she's always been about 3 things, and that's passion, consistency, and dedication to her craft. She said she would She will always do and ask for more. She will knock down any obstacle in her way. Flair went on to say that champions expect the unexpected and rise to the occasion. What she's 14 times. Sonya Deville made her entrance and asked her to hold on. She said the hillbillies in this building might not be bright enough to see through her lies. But not her, man. Sonya claimed there should be an asterisk next to her 14th title reign because she beat a half-dead Ronda Rousey. The crowd chanted, "Whoop that trick," and Charlotte chuckled, and the crowd thinks she's a trick. Imagine that. The crowd thinks that she's a trick. Are you kidding me? You got to be kidding me. Oh, man. Charlotte Flair is so lame, man, on TV. She really is. She is so lame on TV. They have got to get her back off of TV. Oh, my God. She is terrible. Charlotte Flair is terrible on TV, man. Terrible, terrible television. They need to get her off. Get them out. Get her off TV. They need to get Lacey Evans off of TV, too, while they're at it. Stop showing these vignettes of Lacey Evans. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares. As bad as the SmackDown Women's division is, I'd safe to say this division sucks. Still sucks. Even if Ronda Rousey quits, the SmackDown division is still gonna suck. Whether she's in it or out of it. We got Charlotte Flair versus Deville for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Sonya landed some quick shots, but Charlotte fired back. Charlotte fired back with a big boot. To those of you that didn't hear that, I don't think you cared too much anyway, though, to be honest. But once Charlotte fired back with a big boot, Deville was in control as the show returned. She held onto a chinlock on the ground. Now, Charlotte battled to her feet and landed a jump kick in the corner. Reason why I'm taking my time, guys, is because I notice my audio is glitching a little bit. That's why. I'm trying to take my time because my audio is glitching. I'm trying to go fast and go slow at the same time. Because I'm going to be live with the Wrestle Kingdom 17 pay-per-view watch-along because I have actually subscribed this week to the New Pro Wrestling website. I can't wait to watch it. I know it was a great pay-per-view. I know a lot of you are going to be in the live chat for Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay and Okada versus Jay White. I mean, why would anybody not be in my live chat for that? To hear that. I mean, those are great matches. Those are some of the great matches on that card, man. Really. Charlotte battled to her feet, landed a jump kick in the corner. She then landed several chops, a back suplex. Charlotte kept up, playing to the cloud. You love to see it, man. You love to see it. She was playing in the cloud. She was playing in the cloud, says the source on Twitter, man. She was playing in the cloud. Oh, man. Sonya landed a side kick to the face. Charlotte attempted a somersault lariat of sorts. It looked a bit clunky in execution. Sonya rolled out to the apron. Charlotte pursued, but was hung up on the ropes. Sonya jumped back into the ring with a spear. Charlotte then applied the figure 8 and got the tap. Nobody cared. Nobody cared about this match. Nobody cared about Charlotte Flair. Everybody sure does care about Sonya Deville. Everybody wants to see Sonya Deville get her push on the Smackdown Women's roster, and she seems like she's not getting it. She's continued to be treated with disrespect on TV. I don't understand why. Why would you not push somebody like Sonya Deville? Why would you push somebody like Lee on TV? I don't understand. I don't. Oh, but yet you opt to bring Charlotte Flair back. Yet Charlotte Flair is getting more TV time than Sonya Deville and Xia Li. She's even getting more TV time than Becky Lynch. Oh my God, man. Charlotte Flair and her political ways, man. That's the same thing I used to say about Britt Baker. A quick victory for Charlotte. The SmackDown Women's division needed a boost, and Charlotte offers that. But they need to get some challengers ready for her. Actually, no, they don't. They need to get Charlotte Flair back off of fucking TV because nobody fucking cares. She fucking sucks. She has one of the worst moonsaults in all of WWE. Her promos are lame and boring. Nobody wants to listen to her lame and boring promos on TV. Nobody cares. I would rather listen to Britt Baker's promos than Charlotte Flair. Never mind Britt Baker's political agenda. Despite Britt Baker's political agenda, Britt Baker is great in the ring. She has a great gimmick. She's great in the ring. She's got good looks. Same with Jamie Hayter. I'm a huge fan of Jamie Hayter, man. Why would anybody not be a fan of Jamie Hayter, man? If you're not a fan of Jamie Hayter, then you got a head problem. You got a mental problem or something, man. You got to be a complete blithering idiot to not be a fan of Jamie Hayter or Britt Baker. Like, really. Like, I'm not even kidding. I'm not even joking, man. A Lacey Evans video package was shown. I didn't watch. I looked at my phone until the video package ended because I didn't want to see it. I didn't care whatsoever about it. This video package was unimportant. I can tell you nobody gave a shit about it whatsoever. She will be using the Cobra Clutch as a finisher. I'm guessing Sergeant Slaughter told her that. Hit Row. Oh, wait a minute. Not Hit Row, Shit Row. Shit Row made their entrance with $0 facing Ricochet in a Royal Rumble qualifier. I had to question this when I saw this match. You need to qualify now? Why are we doing qualifying matches now? All you have to do is add everybody to the Royal Rumble list. You know what I'm saying? Let's have a list of participants in the Royal Rumble. You don't even have to do a qualifier match. It seems like they should be doing 30 qualifying matches. I don't know. I'm just bringing this up. I'm not saying it because I heard it from JD or anybody else. I'm saying it because I'm saying it to be truthful. It seemed like they would be doing 30 qualifying matches every week until the Royal Rumble gets here. 30 matches until January the 11th or January 27th, 28th. It's safe to say they should stick with that. They should consider the idea of doing 30 qualifying matches until either the 27th or 28th, because then we'll know. Then we'll know who the winner is and who will be in the Royal Rumble. You know what I'm saying? They don't even have people on TV inserting themselves into the Royal Rumble for some reason. It's almost like WWE's not thinking about the Royal Rumble. It's almost like they don't care. The Royal Rumble is important, man, for people like Cody Rhodes, for people like Rhea Ripley. We need to know who's in the men's and women's Royal Rumble. The only entrant so far I heard is Kobe Kingston. The only entrant so far I heard for the women's Royal Rumble is Liv Morgan. That's it. Fuck are we doing here, WWE? You got to start having a list of people for the men's and women's Royal Rumble, man. Otherwise, nobody in the entire IWC, no podcaster, no journalist, no content creator is going to know. I have to throw this out there, man. I had to. You got to have a list of people for the list of talents that you know that you're going to put in the men's and women's Royal Rumble, man. At least 30. I don't understand why they booked Ricochet versus Top Dollar. This made no sense. We easily saw why. Because Hit Roll turned heel on Ricochet. It seemed like the first hour was great, but then the second hour, and it just went right down to absolutely terrible. The second hour. From the word go. Man, as far as the match Ricochet Top Dollar goes, it wasn't even a match to me. It was more like a squash, man. It was not much of a match at all. You know, Hit Row needed a change. Yeah, right. Get them out. That's how I feel about it. Get them out. No, they don't need to be on TV anymore. Nobody's a fan of Hit Row anymore. Everybody has lost complete interest in Hit Row. Everybody has lost complete interest in Hit Row. I'm telling you right now. If you ask everybody in that internet wrestling community if they're a fan of Hit Row, you know what most say? Hell no. I think it's safe to say Triple H and his administration has lost interest in the Hit Row too. I wouldn't be surprised if Triple H and his administration ends up releasing Hit Row from the company soon. I would not be shocked at all. Yeah, this Hit Row tag team is becoming boring to watch on TV. No shit. Top Dollar is becoming even more boring to watch on TV. You know, it went from that worst fucking goddamn dive. He didn't even fucking dive right. He went from that worst butching dive to just sloppy wrestling moves in the ring. He just went from diving wrong to being sloppy in the ring, man. He's not. Hit Row should have been brought back, man. That's all I'm saying. They should have just let Roll the fuck alone, man. If WWE knew that they were, if WWE knew, WWE didn't know what to do with him. In other words, they should have just let Hit Row know. They should have just let Hit Row alone if WWE knew what they weren't going to do with him. It seemed like WWE just didn't have any plans for Hit Row at all. It seemed like they just randomly brought him back, only to waste him again. They might as well let Row go, man. Everybody has lost interest in Hit Row. They're not a fan of it. Nobody's a fan of Hit Row anymore. Hit Row is more like Shit Row, but it's also more like Dead Row. Hit Row's dead. You got to get them off of TV. They're dead. They pique nobody's interest anymore. Get them out. Get them out. You got to get man off TV, man. Triple H, I'm talking to you, man. Everybody in the administration, you hear me out, man. You got to get Hit Row off of TV, man. Nobody's a fan of Hit Row anymore. They are sloppy. They are boring. They do lame shit in the ring. They're not good. They're not a good tag team. They're not good. They're already starting out bad, man. They go from doing bad as babyfaces to doing worse as heels. They gotta go. They gotta go, man. Get them out. Seriously, man. I'm not joking. a video package aired for the Gunther versus Braun Strowman Intercontinental Championship match that's happening next week on SmackDown. Oh boy, I can't wait to not watch. Braun Strowman is not even going to make Gunther look any good. And we all know how good he is in the ring. We all know how terrible he is in the ring. I'm talking about Braun Strowman. There's times where he's good in the ring. There's times where he's terrible in the ring. There's times where he's mostly terrible in the ring, really. Hopefully his girlfriend, Smiling Raquel, is giving him some training in the performance. Hopefully. Hopefully, man. Teaching him new moves or something, man. Anyways, Sami Zayn pensively approached Roman Reigns in the locker room. He told Roman that he acknowledged him. You know, Roman Reigns and his "acknowledge me." I like when he says that. He didn't mean to give him the impression that he was attempting to beat him or take power in the bloodline. Roman did not accept his apology and told him that he didn't deserve how he spoke to him earlier and made his own apology. Now, sorry for pausing a little bit. Sami Zayn told him it was fine, that he was under a lot of pressure. As head of the table, Roman said it was no excuse and he was embarrassed to say that Kevin was right. Roman told Sami that he wasn't mad at him. He was mad at Kevin and taking it out on him. He called the KO problem, resolved, turned on Heyman. Paul told Sami next week, Sami would face Kevin Owens one-on-one. Sami said he would take care of the problem for Roman. The Usos music for the main event. And Sami went to leave. Roman told him to sit down and they would watch the match together. In the arena, the Usos made their entrance for Soul Skull and they were followed by Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. Now, Roman never once apologized for anything he did to the Usos. He actually apologized to Sami. It's a very, very incredible, fantastic, interesting setup for the final chapter of this story. It's safe to say that the bloodline is going to turn on Sami Zayn at the Royal Rumble. I think Roman Reigns could be dropping the titles to Kevin Owens at the Royal Rumble. And if that happens, well, the bloodline's turning on Sami Zayn, definitely. Indefinitely, if that happens. But I don't think, you know what? Then again, I don't think it kind of makes sense for them to turn on Sami Zayn at the Royal Rumble if Roman Reigns wins, too. You see what I'm saying? How would they work that out? How would they have the bloodline turn on Sami Zayn at the Royal Rumble after Roman Reigns' victory? How would they do it? How would that make sense? WWE's got to figure that out, man. WWE's got to figure that out quickly, man. They got to come up with a plan on how they're going to do that if it happens, if the bloodline turns on Sami Zayn at the Royal Rumble. I'm not trying to say it seems confusing, but I'm thinking it should happen. But then at the same time, if Roman Reigns wins, it shouldn't happen because I know what I'm saying. I don't think it makes sense to have Roman Reigns win and to have the bloodline turn on Sami Zayn. If Sami Zayn is there helping Roman Reigns win, you see what I'm saying? So maybe it's going to happen. Maybe it's going to happen when Roman Reigns loses at WrestleMania, maybe. Maybe I'm thinking it's going to happen when Roman Reigns loses to either Cody Rhodes or The Rock. That's what I'm thinking. That's when I'm thinking it's going to happen. Maybe. Maybe it won't happen at the Royal Rumble. Because I don't think it would make sense to have Roman Reigns win and then have the bloodline turn on Sami Zayn. I think it would make Kevin Owens win and have the bloodline turn on Sami Zayn. You see, you guys get what I'm saying? That makes more sense than having Roman Reigns win to have the bloodline turn on Sami Zayn. You get it? You guys get what I'm saying, man? You get it? That's how I feel about it. They should have just had Roman Reigns defend the Undisputed Universal Championship instead of the WWE Championship. They should have just had him defend one title against Kevin Owens instead of two. Why would they have Roman Reigns defend two? You get what I'm saying? We could have got Roman Reigns defending his Universal Championship against Kevin Owens. That would have made more sense. So that way, Kevin Owens can beat Roman Reigns and become the new Universal Championship. Then the bloodline can turn on Sami Zayn because of that. I think that's what made more sense. I can't even get it out. I can't even talk. I think that would make more sense. I'm going to explain it one last time, guys. I think it would make more sense to have Roman Reigns defend his Universal Championship, only his Universal Championship against Kevin Owens, and have Kevin Owens beat Roman Reigns to become the new Universal Champion and have the bloodline turn on Sami Zayn because of that. I think that would make perfect sense. I think that's what should happen at the Royal Rumble. That needs to happen at the Royal Rumble. Roman Reigns needs to lose one of his titles at the Royal Rumble. The only title he should have after the Royal Rumble is the WWE Championship, right? At that point, you might as well have Roman Reigns defend his WWE Championship against Cody Rhodes. See, this is another reason why I said The Rock needs to be there. The Rock needs to be there for this shit to make sense. If The Rock is not going to be there, then shit's going to drop like fucking flies. Nothing's going to make sense if The Rock doesn't show up. Then all that hard work, if The Rock doesn't show up, then all that hard work, all that hard fucking effort creatively is going to go right down the fucking drain. So I'm going to need The Rock to show up for this shit to make sense. We don't need Roman Reigns to WrestleMania with two fucking titles. He needs to go into WrestleMania with one title. So the plan for WrestleMania 39 should be Roman Reigns defending his WWE Championship against Cody Rhodes. That's what needs to happen. I said it for months, man. I've said it for months. It needs to happen. He needs to only defend his WWE Championship against Cody Rhodes, not his Universal Championship. Cody Rhodes is not on SmackDown. The Universal Championship is SmackDown Championship. The WWE Championship is a Raw Championship. So the Raw Championship needs to be defended against Cody Rhodes. So there needs to be one title. There needs to be one title defended at WrestleMania 39. The plan needs to be Roman Reigns versus The Rock for WrestleMania Night 1, and Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship for WrestleMania Night 2. That's what needs to happen. That's what needs to happen at this point. Before that, the Royal Rumble, you have Kevin Owens beat Roman Reigns to become the new Universal Champion and have the bloodline turn on Sami Zayn. I think that's the way it should. That's the way it should be. Then, after Kevin Owens becomes the new Universal Championship and after the bloodline turns on Sami Zayn, you start with the Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Uso storyline. And then you have the Usos defend both their undisputed tag team championships against Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens for WrestleMania 39. You have The Rock go up against Roman Reigns. You have that match booked for night 1. Night 2, have Roman Reigns defend his WWE Championship. Only his WWE Championship. I think that makes more sense. I think that's how it should be. That's how it needs. That's how the plan should be. That's how it needs to be. Nothing more, nothing less. That is the way it should be. That's the way it needs to be. That way, Roman Reigns can get a win over The Rock, then Roman Reigns can lose to Cody Rhodes. And Cody Rhodes becomes the new WWE Champion. Then we'll have a new WWE champion in WWE. The American Dream, Cody Rhodes. Now, the question is, who you guys think Cody Rhodes' first title defense will be against? Let me know in the live chats. So we got this main event of SmackDown. We got the Usos, Jay and Jimmy Uso versus the Banger Bros, Sheamus and Drew McIntyre for the Undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship. Wow, that's a good tag team name, the Banger Bros. Oh my goodness. Came up creatively with that name. That's funny how WWE is calling them the Banger Bros. They're not even a tag team, man. Give me a break. Sheamus and Drew McIntyre's not even a tag team. Are you kidding me? You better tell me they're pairing up tag teams again. How do you think that's going to work? I think that works in the company. I really don't understand these people, man, sometimes. Oh, man. Jimmy and Sheamus started the match. Sheamus landed some strikes and made a tag to McIntyre. He threw Jimmy across the ring and, get this, he quickly tagged out to Jay. McIntyre landed some right hands to Jay, backed him against the ropes. But Jimmy, should I say Jay, I get the names messed up sometimes because you're twins. The Uso twins, man. Jay used his quickness to escape and land some strikes to the ribs of McIntyre. Jay did a vertical suplex on Drew, tagged out to Jimmy. Jay landed a cheap shot on McIntyre on the floor. Sheamus protested. Jimmy landed an uppercut to McIntyre. Tagged in Jay so they could land a double headbutt. McIntyre fired up and landed right hands to both men. Then dropped to the floor. Jay managed to dive through the ropes, shoved McIntyre into the barricade on the floor. Sheamus landed clubs to the chest on Jay as the show returned for a 20 count. Sammy ate popcorn while watching the match backstage. Roman was then amused by it. The Usos fired back on Sheamus with super kicks. And then followed by an Uso splash by Jimmy for a near fall. McIntyre and Sheamus clunked back into the match with a double white noise. McIntyre then flew over the top with a dive that landed on both of them a moment later. He then hit Jay with a claymore, but Jimmy managed to break it at the last possible second. McIntyre missed a charge into the corner, but Sheamus tagged him anyway to give him some air. He then went for a crucifix powerbomb on Jimmy, but he broke free. The Usos landed 1D. McIntyre managed to get in to break up the pinfall. McIntyre got sent to the outside, where he was taken out by Solo and put into the timekeeper's area. The Brutes ran down, cleared Solo from ringside. Sheamus hit Jay with a Rogu kick. Jimmy pulled him from the ring. Sheamus jumped on the Usos at ringside and pulled Jimmy back into the ring. So then Jay jumped on the apron. Sheamus kicked him. That led to Jimmy rolling him up from behind. Jay giving some leverage behind the referee's back to score the win. Now it's pretty much it. Sean spilling his popcorn everywhere, celebrating backstage. Roman once again looked at him like he was on his nerves. The Usos crawled back. Sheamus and McIntyre were upset with the outcome. It was a fun match to close the show. It wasn't about the outcome, but it was a good time while it lasted. Now, overall, it was an entertaining show with only a few down moments. The Bloodline continued to carry the show in a big way. Interesting to see how they pivot into a different chapter once they turn on Sami Zayn. Now, moving on to Rampage. We're going to review Rampage real quick. And then I'm going to take like a 2-3 minute break. And then I'm going to go over your WWE and AEW Saturday Night News. And then we'll be live for Wrestle Kingdom 17. I have the full video. I have the full Wrestle Kingdom 17 pay-per-view video. So to those of you that haven't watched Wrestle Kingdom 17, those of you that haven't listened to the action commentary for Wrestle Kingdom 17 pay-per-view, this particular watch-along is for you. That watch-along is for you people. So AEW Rampage kicks off Top Flight versus Blackpool Combat Club. As Moxley made his way to the ring as the show began, Dante Martin nailed him with a suicide dive before he can even get there. Danielson tried to take out Top Flight with his own dive, but they caught him and dropped him on the barricade. It didn't take long for the veterans to gain control, but Dante and Darius used their speed and agility to find new ways of countering their offense. The pace never seemed to slow down, as all four men seemed determined to steal the show before anyone else had a chance to perform. The crowd was eating out of the palms of their hands and chanted throughout most of the match. Predictably, Danielson and Moxley scored the win. But the Martin brothers did an excellent job keeping up with two of the most experienced performers on the roster. This was a fun, frenetic opening bout that got the show off to a very hot start. We got Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter versus the Renegades. Why would you put the Renegades against Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter? Both teams are heels. Why would you book a heel versus a heel? It makes no sense. Nonetheless, it's not the ladies' fault that they were booked in this match. It's not their fault. You can actually blame AEW in their booking. You need to blame AEW in their booking. AEW management is to blame for this booking, man, for this match. They should have never booked this match. They should have booked Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker against a babyface tag team, not a heel tag team. Renegade are heels. The Renegades are not babyfaces. They're heels. Why would you book Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker against heels? Are you serious? You could have easily booked Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker against babyface local enhancement talents or freaking... You could have booked them against the team of, team of Hiroshita and Tony Storm. Or the team of Hiroshita and a mystery partner or something, man. You know what I mean? Could have easily got Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter versus Hiroshita and a mystery partner of her choosing. That would have been better than Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker versus the Renegades. The Renegades are great, don't get me wrong, but this match, the way they booked this match didn't make sense. They're both heels. You can't book a heel versus a heel dynamic, man. A heel versus heel dynamic, babyface versus babyface dynamic, both makes no sense whatsoever. They both make zero sense. Zero sense. And I feel like they kind of rushed this show a little bit, too, at the same time. Also, as Robin and Charlotte were posing for the crowd, Hayter and Baker attacked them from behind to get the action going. Hayter and Baker did really good in this match. I don't got anything negative to say about Baker or Hayter because I'm a huge fan of both of them. Both their gimmicks are great. Their in-ring work is great. Their entrances are great. Their theme songs are certainly great. I scream every time I see a skeleton smile on the theme entrance of Britt Baker. I do that to be funny. Anyways, the women's champion was on defensive for a little while, but she actually turned things around by reversing a double suplex to take both opponents down. Despite playing the heels, Hayter and Baker were over with the crowd. They were over well with the crowd. There was a big pop when the champ's music hit. DMD chants echoed throughout the match. Baker scored the win for her team. After a decent back and forth fight, shame much of it had to take place during a commercial break, which was very, very dumb. Why would you have it take place during a fucking commercial break? Are you serious? We wanted to see that. Are you serious, AEW Tony Khan management? Why would you do that? Come on. Management are the ones that booked the match. But still, come on, man. It made no sense to have it go on commercial break, man. Regardless. Preston Vance was in action. It was barely a match. Vance showed some offense for taking Sonico down for the win. Who the fuck is Sonico? I don't know. He proceeded to tear the man's mask off as the crowd booed. Now, as you all know, these squash matches, matches that I fucking hate, matches that I don't like to watch on TV. That explains why I don't go live my Elevation or Dark watch-alongs anymore. Squash matches are under a minute. Get an incomplete score because there's no way when you're a fucking writer or a website person, you can't grade something like that. It's never good. If you're going over a squash match with your audience, it's never good to go over it. It's just best to skip it because squash matches are fucking lame and boring. Okay? Squash matches are nothing but a waste of everybody's time. So, Preston Vance's first match on Rampage was a waste of my time. Had no interest in watching this whatsoever. We got Darby Allin versus Mike Bennett. I can't see how Mike Bennett is a main eventer. Mike Bennett is not a main eventer, in my opinion. No, he's not. I don't care who says yes. He's not a main eventer. I'm sorry. He's not. He's not a main eventer at all. Allin wasted no time allowing people to challenge him for the TNT title after winning the belt on Wednesday from Samoa Joe. That same night, Mike Bennett challenged him to a title match backstage, and Allin gladly accepted. Not only did Bennett have the size and power advantage, he also had Matt Taven and Maria Kanellis at ringside to help whenever they could interfere behind the ref's back. Now, they did start with a solid exchange of textbook holds and counters. I will say that. But Allin doesn't always show off that he has technical skills for some reason. Some odd reason, I don't know why. But when he does, he looks pretty good when he does. He looks pretty good when he does, man. Both men became more aggressive as the match progressed. So the strikes started out. They start to outweigh basically the wrestling maneuvers. after a little while. Both men pretty much hit some big moves, but Allin defiantly played the underdog like he always does. This gave Bennett a chance to really show the crowd what he can do when he is in control. Huh? Yeah, right. Despite the odds being against him, Allin was able to enter the victory with an avalanche code red followed by a coffin drop. I can't see how Bennett is so smooth in the ring. I can't see how he makes even the most basic maneuvers look good. I can't see that. I don't know. I can't see how some people think that Bennett should get more promo time. How can anybody say that Bennett is good? How? Given that he's from one of the worst promotions in all of professional wrestling, Impact. I mean, how can anybody say he's good, man? How? I don't understand. I don't get it, man. Oh my God, bro. People are something else, man. People in this world are something else. Okay, guys, as far as Rampage goes, honestly, there were some ups and downs on this show. I don't want to say there were a lot of downs, but I don't want to say that. But had something in my throat. Something was in my throat. Given that my head's been hurting all day, my head still freaking hurts. My head still freaking hurts, man. Anyways, guys, Rampage did have some ups and downs. It really did. I'm not going to lie to you. You know, you could say it was a pretty good match between Mike Bennett and Darby Allin. I'm going to position Bennett in a good light for when it comes to whenever it happens with him and Ring of Honor and AEW. You know, I'm not a fan of Mike Bennett. I am definitely a fan of Darby Allin, but I will say that both guys did work very hard, and some of those bumps, you know, it's like you didn't even know how Darby Allin takes them after that match. You know what I mean? So it was definitely a typical good main event. I mean, I wouldn't say the best of this, but it was solid. It was okay to the extent. So, anyways, guys, that's going to do it for your Smackdown AEW Rampage reviews, man, of 2023. If you guys enjoyed my Smackdown and AEW Rampage reviews, please hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I hope you guys had a good week. Even though the new week is tomorrow, it will be the week of 2023, second week of January. Yeah, underground. I agree, man. You know, but to be honest, I think Rampage is doing way better than Battle of the Belts. I take Rampage over Battle of the Belts any day of the week. Battle of the Belts had a lame fucking card, man. That's why I didn't bother staying on my that's why I didn't bother staying live for Battle of the Belts 5. Battle of the Belts 5 had a lame ass fucking card. That card was just so awful, man. Those 3 matches were, to me, were a waste of my time. I didn't even want to watch them. I didn't even want to watch. Orange Cassidy's great in the ring. I love Orange Cassidy's gimmick. He's great. Sky Blue's great. The matches, I just didn't want to watch them. The card for Battle of the Belts 5 didn't look good. I'm sorry. It didn't look good. I'm going to speak out on something. If I see something that I don't like, I'm going to speak it out. I'm going to tell the truth. I'm going to tell it like it is. I'm going to explain it the best way I can. The best way I know I can. Simple as that, man. Anyways, guys, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed both reviews. And I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to take a 4 or 5 minute break. When I come back, we're going to go over your WWE AEW Saturday Night News. And then after this, in about 6 minutes, I should be live for Wrestle Kingdom 17 pay-per-view watch-along. I hope to see each and every single one of you in the live chat because it's going to be a good morning. It's going to be a good Sunday morning. We're starting off the Sunday morning with a Wrestle Kingdom 17 pay-per-view watch-along. So it'll be 1 o'clock in the morning. I'll still be live when it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I'll still be live for Wrestle Kingdom because they booked like at least 12, 13 matches on that card. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of matches. That's probably 12, 13 matches, probably like 5, 6 hours. My goodness. Nobody wants to be in the chat for their 7, 8 hour fucking pay-per-view, man. I mean, come on. At that point, your brain will be spinning like, I mean, some people be sucking their fucking thumb. Impatient as fuck. Knowing all these matches booked. Knowing the pay-per-view's taking 7 to 8 hours. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. It is crazy for sure, man. But I'll be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere. When I come back, I'm going to go over your AEW Saturday Night News. I should be back live at least either 11:45 or 11:50. So I'll be right back, man. I'm going to put on some more good rock music for you guys, man. So they got some good-ass rock music on this YouTube list. I ain't going to lie to you. For real, they really do. Like that. I'll be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere. Ooh. Gentlemen, I'm back. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for me to give you guys your WWE Saturday Night News? You guys ready to hear the biggest story in WWE this week? I have it all for you guys. Here we go, man. We're going to start off with the biggest story in WWE, which is Vince McMahon and his return to WWE as Board of Director. So we're going to start with your WWE Saturday news on the WWE stock jumping over 21% after Vince McMahon's return. So I'm going to read this to you guys the best way I can here. So it says here that Vince McMahon is the talk of the wrestling business today after news broke that the former WWE chairman and CEO would be returning to WWE's board of directors, which he did, which that is bad for Triple H and his administration. That does not bode well. That does not bode well for the entire WWE men's and women's locker room, and it doesn't bode well for the entire IWC community who are not a fan of Vince McMahon at all. We know almost the entire IWC community hates Vince McMahon and his stupid creative and his stupid political ways. You know, his stupid political agenda that he and Bruce went with when they were in charge. Yeah. It seems like change has already started again. WWE's stock price is going up in quick fashion, faster than a cheetah can run, faster than you can blink. That's how quick that stock went up this week. Vince McMahon served as the WWE chairman for decades. Moreover, even after he took his retirement from WWE in July 2022. That's crazy, isn't it? Very, very crazy, man. We are living in some good times and we are living in bad times. We're living in both times right now. I'm telling you, man. There's some crazy stuff. This is some crazy stuff, man. So, he continued to be a majority shareholder of the company. This led to McMahon exercising his power and being reinstated in the WWE Board of Directors alongside his handpicked candidates, Michelle Wilson and George Borados. I went over this a few days ago, if you guys remember. The name of people that were appointed as the new Board of Directors, along with Vince McMahon. Now, the return for the biggest visionary in the history of sports entertainment already is looking to be beneficial for the company, says Ringside News. WWE stock went up over 23% after Vince McMahon's return was announced, indicating that Wall Street is so excited to see McMahon bring unique strategies to clinch new deals and potentially sell off the global giant. This came after stock trading was briefly paused. WWE made it clear that Vince McMahon's return to the company does not ensure a sale. That being said, Wall Street seems bullish on WWE right now. Right now, says Ringside News. Now, Vince McMahon's return and subsequent reinsertion were actually announced in the recent WWE press release. It is yet to be seen how much Vince, or should I say Vinnie Mac, would be involved in the day-to-day operations of running the company, recently handled by his son-in-law and head of creative, Triple H, who is still head of creative, by the way. I do have some news on Triple H. We're going to go over that here in just a few minutes. Now, the obvious question is, are you guys excited to see Vince McMahon back in WWE? I'm pretty sure almost everybody that's wrestling fans that subscribe to my channel are not excited to see Vince McMahon back. I know I'm one of the people that's certainly not. The entire IWC community is not glad to see Vince McMahon back, and most certainly, the young talent that were the 200+ talent that were fired from the company, half of the 200+ talent that were brought back by Triple H are not glad to see Vince McMahon back either. Rightfully so, I don't blame him. I know if I was one of the 200+ talent that was released by Vince McMahon, I wouldn't be happy to see Vince McMahon back either. The guy is a fucking disgrace to WWE. He doesn't even give a fuck about the men's or women's wrestling. He's just like Bruce. He's all about money, power, and his own ways in WWE. His political ways. That's all he's all about, man. It's fucking so dumb, man. To say it, but it's true. It's very true. It's absolutely true, man. So WWE did hold an emergency all-hands-on-deck meeting after Vince McMahon's return. According to PW Insider, an all-hands-on-deck meeting was scheduled with WWE employees. It was scheduled on January the 5th at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, what was I going to say? Oh, WWE's stock trading was briefly paused due to McMahon's return. When trading resumed, the price shot up over 21%. My goodness. Doesn't sound like a lot to me. Anyways, McMahon previously gave full support to Triple H and WWE management before he returned. So I guess we'll have to wait and see what the huge meeting will be about, I guess. WWE lead investigator in Vince McMahon's hush money scandal resigned from WWE Board of Directors. You could take a guess of who that is, folks, because I could have sworn I mentioned the name already. Oh, no, I did mention the name. This is a new name. I mentioned the name a few days ago, as a matter of fact. Jet Singh, folks. Jet Singh was the lead investigator in Vince McMahon's hush money scandal that resigned from the WWE Board of Directors. Vince McMahon pulled a big power play by noting he is still WWE's majority shareholder. He got what he wanted in the end. Now that he is officially back on the board of directors, things are already shaking up internally. Sean Rossap of Fightful took to Twitter, reported that McMahon Jet Singh, who was the leading investigator on the Vince McMahon investigation internally, has resigned from the WWE Board of Directors. It says here, and I quote, Ignatz, LaHound, and Man Jet Singh have resigned from the board of WWE as of today. Man Jet Singh was the leading investigator on the Vince McMahon investigation internally. They actually resigned on January the 5th. That's what I believe. I believe that's the same day that Vince McMahon removed all three of those other board of directors from the company. I believe that was on the very same day. Now, the WWE Board of Directors also tried to stop Vince McMahon from returning. He is officially back for the long run, which is complete bullshit. He doesn't even deserve to be back. He did a lot of things wrong in WWE. I don't know why Triple H and Stephanie McMahon would allow somebody like that to be back, given that she is the daughter of Vince, but who cares? It doesn't matter. He shouldn't be back. He doesn't deserve to be there. Get him out. Get him back out, man. He doesn't deserve to be there. The higher-ups even know that he doesn't deserve to be there. The higher-ups tried to keep him from coming back. I said it a few days ago. I said WWE needs to keep Vince McMahon as far away from their company as they can. Now he's there. Great. This doesn't bode well for Triple H and his administration or his creative. It doesn't bode well at all. He's back to kill it all again, man. You love to not see it. I don't want to. Then it'll force me to stop doing my reviews again. I don't want to stop doing reviews because I feel like I'm doing good with my reviews on the channel. Start back going live with watch-alongs instead of reviews again. I don't want to be doing that. I want to be able to do both. I know what you guys want to hear, and I know what you guys want to see on my channel, man. I know what the audience truly wants. I know. And I try to do what I can to give it. I do what I can to give it to you guys, man. But seriously, only time will tell whether WWE Creative will end up reverting to what it was, removing traces of Triple H's handwork. I hope to God not. No, it ain't gonna happen because Triple H reportedly will continue to have control of WWE's creative direction, which is true. That news happens to be true. That news is not fake. It's not K5. It's real. Stephanie McMahon addressed Vince McMahon's WWE return. This is one of the things I wanted to give to you guys. This information here. So, the $1 billion princess. Wait a minute. You mean to tell me they're calling the Stephanie McMahon $1 billion princess? Oh, man. I don't know. From the way I'm looking at it, from the way I'm reading. This is crazy, man. This is a crazy article, man. A crazy article, bro. The $1 billion princess regime has completely revamped the entire WWE landscape for the better. However, with her father coming back to work, things could change once again, unless according to Revolt on Twitter. Now, this is from Wrestles. Stephanie McMahon sent out an email to all WWE employees informing them about Vince McMahon's return. She said, and I quote, and I think this was yesterday morning, I believe, if I'm mistaken. No. This wasn't yesterday morning. This was Thursday morning. That was the same day that all the board of directors got released, I believe. That's what I said like 5 minutes before that. Before I went over all this. That email was sent at 10:43 a.m. this morning by Stephanie McMahon to all WWE employees with the statement today. Then she continues to say that WWE announced the return of our founder Vince McMahon to our board of directors. End quote. It's quite evident that there is a difference in perspective between Stephanie and Vince McMahon when it comes to the long-term vision of WWE. Now, WWE has went the extra mile to keep Uncle Howdy's secret identity, or should I say Uncle Howdy's identity secret? What's the use of keeping Uncle Howdy's identity secret, WWE, when we clearly know it's Vincent from the Righteous? I mean, clearly, I can tell by just by the gray hair. Oh, and by the way, I have some information of my own on the Uncle Howdy gimmick and the other masked figure. We're going to go over that. We're going to go over that information. I'm going to pull up my Instagram account. I'm going to pull up the pictures of Uncle Howdy Vincent again. Charlotte Sapp reported behind Fightful's paywall that Uncle Howdy's identity is a secret to make sure nobody knows who is playing that character. whoever is in the costume doesn't even take it off backstage. It says here, and I quote from Fightful, whoever Uncle Howdy is, WWE's playing it close to the vest. Fightful has inquired repeatedly about who has betrayed the Bray Wyatt gimmick. I call it the Uncle Howdy gimmick. I don't know about you guys. They were told that thus far, the person who is in the outfit doesn't take it off backstage in front of other people to reveal themselves. And quote, many fans believe that Bo Dallas is Uncle Howdy. No, it's not. It's not Bo Dallas. It's Vincent. I fully revealed. I posted it all over social media. Posted the photo of Uncle Howdy and Vincent. They both look the same. Clearly Vincent. Vincent is disguising himself, making himself look like Bo Dallas in that Uncle Howdy outfit. It's not Bo Dallas. It's Vincent. He's disguising himself as a Uncle Howdy Bo Dallas, I should say. He made his beard look like Bo Dallas. Nah, it's not Bo Dallas, man. Nah, it's not. I'm telling you, the Righteous are going to debut first before Bo Dallas. I'm telling you right now. Now, I got some information on that other masked figure that was shown coming out of the fucking black dark behind LA Knight. You know, after LA Knight had his interview with Megan Morant, I'm going to show you guys that video too. That video I found. I'm going to show you guys it. But, it could be anyone's guess at this point. They have a few options, but it's certainly someone who has a mean Sister Abigail in it. It's definitely Vincent, man. I confirmed, guys, I just confirmed last week, either last week or 2 weeks ago, that it's Vincent. I already confirmed who it is behind the man. WWE is going to have to keep this identity secret. They're going to do something. They're going to make change to his character, because I know who it is. It's Vincent, obviously. But I guess we'll have to see what's in store for Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy. Alexa Bliss will very likely be a part of the mix as well. I guess Ringside News, in other words, Ringside News are saying that Alexa Bliss is going to be part of the Wyatt Six. That's what I'm guessing. Maybe Alexa Bliss gets drafted to SmackDown and joins the Wyatt Six. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. I don't know, man. Not to say it won't happen. It could happen. It's a possibility. I mean, given that the draft hasn't got here yet, I think normally the draft is after WrestleMania. Am I right, guys? I got to be right in some shape or fashion. Now, moving on to this news on Triple H. Triple H will continue to have control of WWE's creative direction. Thank God. Thank God that Vince McMahon will not have control of creative. Now, that's the good news right there. That was the least of my worries right there. No. I never said Alexa Bliss was a bad wrestler. She's a good wrestler. Her best gimmick, her greatest gimmick, in my opinion, is the Goddess gimmick. We don't need to see Alexa Bliss joining the Wyatt Six. I want to see the Goddess Alexa Bliss on TV. That is what I want to see. The Goddess Alexa Bliss on TV was way better than the Bray Wyatt Alexa Bliss gimmick. We've seen enough of that in WWE. Now, as you guys all know, this week, the past 24 hours, was chaotic for WWE employees and fans. You know, January the 5th, Vince sent out a press release saying that needs to be back in order to facilitate a sale of the company. And just a few hours after that press release was published, WWE confirmed that Vince McMahon was back on the board of directors. Since this news broke, several talent were concerned regarding the creative direction of the company. I don't blame them. Vince and Bruce's creative were the worst. Absolute worst when they were in charge. They actively buried the black and gold brand. Black and Gold brand was dead when they were there upon arrival. Already dead when they were there. They gave Triple H a heart attack on purpose. They released 200 plus talent because they had no plans for him. They released Bronson Reed, Keith Lee, and Bray Wyatt because they were overweight. Same reason why they released Ember. Or not Ember, but Ember. Ember Moon. Same reason why they released Ember Moon. Because she was overweight. They thought she was fat. Same with Bronson Reed, Keith Lee, and Bray Wyatt. Yeah, that's why Vince and Bruce released them from the company. That's what Vince and Bruce thought. Told you, that right there is enough to tell you that Vince and Bruce doesn't care about the talent that they have. They only care about their vision. They don't care about what the fans want. They care about what they want. It's all about what they want, man. We know that. But several talent were definitely concerned regarding the creative direction of the company. Many superstars didn't want all the work that they had put in under the new regime to be wiped off. Ryan Alvarez noted on the Wrestling Observer Radio that day that the WWE talent were informed through a letter that, well, Vince McMahon was back with the company. Stephanie McMahon, Nick Khan will continue as co-CEO, and Triple H will continue as Chief Creative Officer. That's good news. Like I said, it's the least of our worries. Now, it says here, and I quote, today, this was January the 5th. This was put out January the 5th. It says here, and I quote, today, WWE formally announced that our founder, Vince McMahon, has rejoined the company's board of directors. The management team will remain in place with Stephanie McMahon and Nick Khan as the co-CEOs. Paul Levesque is the Chief Creative Officer, and excerpt from the letter read, end quote. Based on the letter, it looks like Triple H will continue as creative head of the company. Ringside News has said this twice already. I don't know why they have to repeat. I don't know why they have to repeat everything they say sometimes in their articles, man. You kind of need to start saying stuff different. I mean, Ringside News, I love them, man. I love them to death. They are my sources, but they got to not repeat the same stuff, man. I mean, sometimes, a time at a times, I repeat myself, but at least I try not to. At least I try to say different stuff, you know what I mean? And my audio glitches, and I have to repeat myself sometimes because you never know. The audio glitches, something might, you might not hear good. You might not hear me good on the audio or something like that. You know what I mean? But anyways, guys, Vince could start and take back the rents from Triple H, which I hope doesn't happen. We don't need to see that. Nobody wants that to happen. Nobody. Triple H and his administration are doing a hell of a good job with Raw, Smackdown, and NXT right now. I'd rather see Triple H and his administration give us what we want than Vince McMahon and Bruce not giving us what we want. You guys get what I'm saying? All right, so we went over the news on Triple H, and we went over the rest of the Vince McMahon news. So apparently, WWE books an Alexa Bliss. Alexa will be back on Raw next Monday, which is the Monday coming up. They booked the Alexa Bliss segment. Alexa Bliss finally snapped during the Raw Women's Championship match against Bianca Belair this past Monday night on the Red brand. Now, Little Miss Bliss will explain her actions. She will explain her actions on January the 9th. This Monday night, I'll be at work. But when I come back from work, I'll get to watch it. I get off at around I get off before 11. Put it that way. I get off before 11. But WWE announced during a commercial break on Smackdown this week that Alexa Bliss will address her controversial actions from the January 2nd, 2023 episode of Monday Night Raw. For those wondering, for those of you that are Alexa Bliss fans, for those of you that are huge fans of Alexa Bliss wondering, Alexa Bliss lost control of her emotions after seeing Bray Wyatt's month logo flicker on the giant screen. I couldn't quite get it out. I tried to. Bliss attacked the referee in uncharismatic aggression. I'd say uncharacteristic aggression. She then took out Bianca Belair by slamming her head first, twice, on the steel steps. The match ended without a definitive conclusion, and the EST was rushed to the back by her husband, Montez Ford. Bianca Belair later revealed she got 3 stitches after being busted open by Alexa Bliss. The Raw Women's Champion promised to deliver the payback Alexa. It remains to be seen what will Alexa have to say to the crowd at the Legacy Arena in Birmingham, Alabama. Man, it's sad to see her shutting down her Twitter account. I mean, I don't blame her. I'm glad Twitter suspended all my accounts, man. I'm tired of arguing with the negative WWE and AEW stains in the community on YouTube, man, on Twitter. Tired of arguing with those blue check marks, those freaking fake Merc accounts on Twitter, man. I don't need Twitter. Fuck Twitter, man. I got my community page. I can post a poll on my community page on YouTube now. I don't need Twitter to post my voting poll on the page anymore. Fuck Twitter, man. If I was you guys, I would get rid of your Twitter accounts, man. Twitter's not worth having. I'm telling you right now. Twitter is toxic. The community on Twitter is toxic, man. Too many half-witted idiots on there. I don't want to say retards, but I want to say too many half-witted idiots on there, man. Why do you think Alexa Bliss locks her account? Why do you think she gets off? What's y'all's take on this story? Let me know in the live chat. Alright, so apparently Drew McIntyre and Sheamus were ambushed after WWE Smackdown. You guys didn't know this. You guys didn't see it. I did. So yeah. They were ambushed after SmackDown went off the air. Because Drew McIntyre returned to make the save for Sheamus from the Bloodline on December 30th, 2022 episode of SmackDown. Last night, this past Friday night, the duo got the opportunity to challenge for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions. The Usos put their tag titles on the line against Drew McIntyre and Sheamus in the main event of SmackDown. Despite their efforts, the Banger Bros failed to beat the Usos for the titles. So you want to know what happened after that? I just said it, folks. Just said it. McIntyre and Sheamus were attacked by the Viking Raiders after the show went off the air. Eric and Ivar sent the Faces shoulder first into the ring post. They then took out the 2-with-2. Rain or Rogues. I don't know what the fuck that word is. They be putting words on there that be confusing sometimes to say. The Viking Raiders version of the double powerbomb. The Viking Raiders exited the ring and came to Sarah Logan, who placed her hands on their hands. It appears that Sheamus and McIntyre versus the Viking Raiders, the next feud for the two teams. Listen, man, I get they're trying to make the tag team division look good, but I don't know if that was the best idea to have Sheamus and Drew McIntyre feuding with the Viking Raiders. I mean, what are they gonna do with this feud? How are they gonna build a storyline in this feud, man? How's this feud gonna go about? It seems like they rushed this decision to put Sheamus and McIntyre in a feud with Viking Raiders. I don't know. That's just me. What do you guys think? What is y'all's response to WWE putting Sheamus and Drew McIntyre in a feud with the Viking Raiders? What are y'all's thoughts on that? Let me know. What is y'all's thoughts on the story of Drew McIntyre and Sheamus getting ambushed by the Raiders, man? So apparently, this is no secret to me, and this shouldn't be no secret to y'all either. So there's more Vince McMahon news than I thought. There is legit more McMahon news than I thought, man. So WWE is apparently keeping more Vince McMahon secrets out of the public eye. That sounds suspect if you ask me. That's raising some red flags. That sounds suspicious. Why would they keep more Vince McMahon secrets out of the public eye? It seems like he's doing something wrong under the shadows, man. He's doing something really bad again. I think the FBI better be keeping a close eye on Vince McMahon, man. Something's not right with that man. Something's not right with that guy, man. He's acting like Donald Trump, man. Straight up. Vince McMahon is back with WWE as a member of board of directors. We know that. During Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer stated that there are even more things about Vince McMahon's situation that the board of directors is trying to keep out of the public. It was not specified. Of course it was not specified. Of course. Of course they're not going to give you the answer to that. That does not surprise me at all. It was not specified exactly what they are hiding. But it seems to be enough to warrant such an effort. I wish they said it. I wish Ringside News said it'd be enough to warrant the fucking arrest of Vince McMahon, because he needs to be in jail right now. It says here, and I quote, "If there had to be a rubber stamp vote to sell the company, it's not like they would reject him, because all the stuff that happened in the last week, they're trying to present a unified company," it says, and I quote, from the Wrestling Observer Radio. They're also happy that Vince McMahon is back. And how I'll tell you who's not happy that Vince McMahon is back. Me. I'll tell you who else is not happy that Vince McMahon is back. JD and his fan base. And guess who else? Almost the entire internet wrestling community. And I've been saying this. I've said this the last, I'd say 15, 20 minutes on the stream. Even the men and women's locker room is not happy that Vince is there. The higher are not even happy that Vince is there. The only people that are happy that Vince is there is Stephanie McMahon, Triple H, and Michelle, and probably Kevin Dunn, the Beaver, and Bruce Pritchard. Those are probably the only ones that are happy that he's there. Why would Triple H be happy that Vince is there? No. If I was Triple H, I'd be angry. Vince McMahon embarrassed Triple H in a lot of ways. Buried the black and gold brand. Triple H was given a heart attack on purpose, released from the company. Buried all the young talent on the main roster that Triple H had built up. Everything. Embarrassing. It's sad. How freaking sad. Vince McMahon never gave those young talent vignettes either. Never even gave them a chance when they debuted, man. All this young talent that Vince McMahon buried, debuted, lost, buried, got their first loss on the main roster. Just like that, buried. put into catering, ended up getting released from the company. You can't do stuff like that, man. You just can't do that. It's so wrong, man. It's wrong in 100,000 ways, man, that I can't even explain. Like it is so wrong to release young talent that has so much potential from the company. It's just not right. It's not right. Goes to show you how mentally dumb Vince and Bruce are, man. But it goes on to say how wonderful it is, like again, on December the 27th, that board voted ununanimously that we don't want you back. In other words, they voted that they don't want Vince back. And noted that one of the reasons is there is stuff that the people don't know that hasn't come out. I don't know what that is, but they mentioned that is one of the reasons him coming back wasn't the best. End quote. Triple H will continue running WWE's daily operations, and Stephanie McMahon and Nick Khan will carry on as co-CEOs. Although Triple H is running the show, some wouldn't be surprised to see Vince find his way back to the gorilla position now. No, he's not. No. I think it's safe to say that the shareholders and the WWE, the people that don't want him there, are going to prevent him from reaching that position. They're going to prevent him from trying to take that creative position again. Somebody is. Somebody there is. I hope it's Paul Levesque. For all I know. I hope Paul Levesque prevents Vince McMahon from taking that creative position. Somebody needs to. He does not need to be in that position. His creative is awful. Absolutely god awful. What is y'all's take on Vince McMahon's situation? Obviously, you guys don't care. I don't care either. I don't blame you for not caring. I really don't. I really don't blame you. Okay. Now that we went over all that, now we can go over the rest of the WWE news. So apparently WWE hires JP Morgan. Now, I gotta ask you guys a question. Does anybody recognize the name JP Morgan? I don't recognize that name at all. That name does not ring a bell to me. That name does not ring a bell at all. But anyways. Yes, folks. They hired JP Morgan for advice on sale talks. That's what they did. So, that being said, the topic of WWE getting sold has never been more relevant than it is now. Now, listen to this, guys. This is according to a report by Alex Sherman of CNBC. It's not often you hear sources from that particular company or that particular news outlet or whatever. It's not often you hear from sources like that. The company has hired JP Morgan to give advice on sale talks. It says here, and I quote, WWE has hired JP Morgan to help the company advise on a potential sale. If a deal occurs, it would likely occur in the next 3 to 6 months. Jesus Christ. Oh. Where's my freaking... Guys, you didn't hear what I just said? It literally says here, and I quote, it literally says, WWE hired JP Morgan to help the company advise in a potential sale. If a deal occurs, they literally said this is from Alex Sherman. Keep in mind, this is from Alex Sherman from CNBC. It says it would likely occur, if the deal occurs, it would likely occur in the next 3 to 6 months. I don't like this, man. I really don't. I really don't like this. I don't like hearing this type of shit. I don't even like reading this type of stuff. This is bad. This is really bad, dude. But anyways, guys, on a serious note, back to what I was reading. It goes on to say that said the people who asked not to be named because discussions are private, WWE plans to talk to potential buyers before it makes a decision on TV rights renewable agreement. End quote. That's not good, man. 3 to 6 months, Jesus Christ, that's not long at all. It was further noted there are 3 categories of likely buyers for WWE: legacy media companies, streamers, and entertainment holding companies. The article named Comcast, NBCU's parent company, Netflix, Amazon, Endeavor Group Holdings, UFC's parent company. I could see UFC buying it. I could see UFC buying WWE. Given that the UFC is a little bit different than WWE. But I could see UFC buying WWE. I can definitely see that. Now that is the only UFC and Fox. Those are the only freaking companies I can see buying WWE. Or even TNT and TBS. I could either UFC, TNT, or Fox buying WWE. I can't see companies like Warner Bros. And Disney and Netflix. Oh, hell no. Get them out. No. Especially Disney. No, not Disney. Nobody wants to see Disney buy WWE. Give me a break. Are you serious? Oh, man. You want to know how many viewers people from Disney would lose? You want to know how many viewers Disney would lose, man? Holy shit. That would be a bore fest. Having Disney to buy the company. I could see TNT and TBS or Fox buying WWE. I can see UFC as a possibility as well. I just can't see Netflix, Amazon, Warner Bros. Or Disney buying WWE. No. Not a good combination. Nah. Sorry. They listed all these companies as potential buyers for the time being. So even Eric Bischoff believes Vince McMahon returns to WWE to aggressively pursue a sale. Oh, because he doesn't like Triple H, what he's doing creative as head of creative. That's why he's jealous of Triple H and what he's doing. That's why he's telling the company. Because they fired him, they let him go. It's Vince McMahon's fault that he resigned. He had no choice but to resign because of his allegations. Honestly. The sexual misconduct bullshit. You know. Excuse my language. Vince McMahon previously gave full support to Triple H and WWE management before he returned. That's what was said by Ringside News, but I don't believe that whatsoever. I don't fucking believe that whatsoever. I still don't fucking believe it. I still don't believe it. And I never will. Will WWE end up being sold in the near future? I can't answer that. We don't know that until at least 3 or 6 months get here. So we'll probably find out as soon as April of 2023 gets here. So I guess after WrestleMania, it'll probably determine whether WWE goes on sale or not. That's what I'm assuming. That's my prediction as to when the decision is going to be made. I think it's going to be made after WrestleMania. Which I don't think that's a good time. I don't think that's a good time at all. What? You know, I don't know what to tell y'all, man. You know, I hope to God that WWE doesn't fail. You know, Triple H is doing good creatively, and I want WWE to stay in Triple H's possession. I don't want to see WWE in Fox's possession, TNT, TBS, and UFC's possession. I'd rather see it in Triple H's possession because I think Triple H would do better than Fox, TBS, and TNT. All these other companies. Why would you want Fox writers and producers producing WWE television? Why would you want fucking Disney producing and writing WWE television? Hell no. Come on, man. Are you kidding me? Nobody wants that shit. Nobody wants that, man. Give me a break. Nobody wants that. Nobody. You guys really want TNT, TBS producing WWE? Nah, God. God. We all know that Impact's not buying WWE. Oh man, that would be so hilarious, man. If Impact buys WWE, that would be so hilarious, bro. That would be a letdown from the word go if Impact buys WWE. Don't even think about it, man. Nobody watches Impact, by the way. Nobody watches that shit, man. If you watch Impact, you gotta remove yourself from my chat immediately. If you watch Impact, get out. You gotta get out of my chat if you watch Impact. I don't like Impact at all. I'm just glad Ringside News didn't mention Impact. I'm like, thank God. At least they didn't mention Impact Wrestling. Impact Wrestling's barely surviving. I mean, look how many talents they left that company. How many fans they got now in attendance? 3, 4? I imagine. Mama Lisa wouldn't even Mama Lisa would look at Impact and say, man, I'm not attending that fucking show. I'm not attending that show. That show sucks. Even the Mexicans would look at the show and be like, no, I'm not watching that. No. It doesn't feel exciting. There's no storyline. There's no build. Nothing on Impact. Nothing. There's no storylines, no feuds, no excitement, no entertainment. There's nothing on Impact for you to be excited about. I'm telling you right now. Get your minds out of the gutter. Impact is fucking garbage. Bray Wyatt missed Smackdown this week, and I believe I have some answers as to why, because it says here that Bray Wyatt's WWE return brought a lot of attention to them once again. He is now in a feud with LA Knight, but the former WWE champion was not seen on television this week. Charles Sapp reported behind Fightful's paywall that there was a very good reason why Bray Wyatt wasn't on TV this week. He was not at Smackdown at all. It says here, and I quote from Charles Sapp, simply, Bray Wyatt was not at the show, end quote. Bray Wyatt's feud with LA Knight really took a turn last week when Uncle Howdy showed up and leveled him with a Sister Abigail. For what it's worth, WWE is going the extra mile to keep Uncle Howdy's identity a secret. We'll have to wait and see when Bray Wyatt shows up on WWE television again, but he was certainly missed this week. And speaking of Uncle Howdy, guys, we're gonna go back. I'm gonna go back and pull that picture up from Instagram that I posted. I even have it posted on Facebook as well as YouTube. see. Hold on. Put on some very, very good dark background music, man, for this one. Let's see. Come on, man. Give me something, bro. Here we go. Good. Awesome. Okay, where is it? There it is. I found it. All right, guys, I'm getting ready to pull it back up on the screen. Oh shit! Hold on. We're gonna have to cut the music off for a minute and show this on the screen here. Show this on the screen here. Show this on the screen here. Here it is. So, I got some more information of my own on the Uncle Howdy gimmick. I edit the post. So, we all know, I did explain to you guys a few weeks ago that the mysterious person behind the Uncle Howdy gimmick match that gave Bray Wyatt's sister Abigail is none other than Vincent from the Righteous, from the Ring of Honor tag team known as the Righteous in Ring of Honor. So, clearly I'm right. So, also, how I know it's him? Let's face it, guys. The only person that has the longest, thickest beard in professional wrestling is Vincent. It's that guy. You know? Uncle Howdy's appearance, his height, his beard, color, eyes, and weight are all the same as Vincent's height, beard, color, eyes, and weight. There's old gray hair all on the side behind his forehead. I also believe that either they or he himself, Vincent himself, trimmed his beard for his new role as Uncle Howdy to make his beard look like Bo Dallas's beard. Because if you look down in the picture, guys, on the right, if you guys look down in the picture on the right here, right here, where I'm pointing at, where I'm circling. Look at where I'm circling, guys. Look at where I'm circling. If you look right here, you could see that there's shades of gray showing on his throat where he got half his beard cut off and the hair. And the hair shown on the left. Let me zoom it out. This is striking. But yeah, I'm going to show it to you guys again. Look. See where I'm circling? I'm circling right here. Look on the left side. This is where I'm circling. I'm circling right here. That is where Bray Wyatt got his beard trimmed, right here. There is gray on his throat, on his neck. Vincent's beard extends all the way down there. So if you look on the picture on the left side and on the right, you'll see the shades of gray showing on his throat where he got half of his beard cut off, especially on the left where he's got half his beard cut off. And the hair shown on the left side of the photo is not real, folks. It is a disguised. It's disguised. His blonde hair, it's disguised. It's not real. It's disguised to make it look like Bo Dallas. But only I know it's not Bo Dallas because we all, let's be honest, you guys should know this too. Bo Dallas never dyes any color on his hair, especially blonde. His hair color is dark brown. He's always had that same hair color. He's always had that same hair color. He's always had the same color, man. And that gray behind his forehead, that hair, that you see that dark gray behind his mask forehead on his hair, that right there is Vince Joseph's hair, man. Look at where I'm circling. Look at all this gray right here. That hair is Vince Joseph. It's Vincent's. That hair right there is Vincent's. Where I'm circling right here. Where my mouse is moving. That is Vincent's hair. So that white hair behind that gray hair, the gray hair that's front of white hair, that's Vincent's. Vincent's hair sticking out of his freaking mask behind his forehead. But anyways, there's shades of gray showing on his throat where he got half his beard cut off. The hair shown on the left side of the photo is not real. We all know that. And it's disguised, I did say that, to make it look like Dallas. Only I know it's not Bo Dallas. Bo Dallas never dyes any color on his hair, especially blonde. His hair color is dark brown, guys. He's always had dark brown hair. His dark brown hair has always been the same. That's how I know it's Vincent, the leader of the Righteous. Vincent doesn't dye his hair. Neither does Bo Dallas. Just because it's Bo Dallas doesn't mean they have the same beard. They don't have the same beard. He made his beard look like Bo Dallas. That's the size of Bo Dallas. See Uncle Howdy's beard? That's the same size as Bo Dallas, but that's not Bo Dallas. Vincent made his beard look like Bo Dallas. He made his gimmick look like Bo Dallas in that Uncle Howdy gimmick. That's ultimately how I know. That's another ultimate reason of why I think it's Vincent, and that's how I know it's Vincent. Why else? Why else would I be telling the truth, man? Why else would I not be lying? Oh, and by the way, yes, that person behind the Uncle Howdy gimmick is Vincent, folks. And I know, and I have some information on the identity of the other person in the other mask that was shown peeking out the black dark behind LA Knight after LA Knight was getting interviewed by Megan Moran. I'm going to pull up that freaking video to show you guys. My head is hurting so bad this morning. It's been hurting all day. It's been hurting all day, man. Hopefully my head gets well before Monday, because Monday I have to go back to work. But just remember, guys, Bo Dallas never dyes his hair any color on his hair, especially blonde. His hair color is dark brown. His dark brown hair has always been the same. That is how I know, and that is the ultimate proof how I know it's Vincent, man. Vincent is disguising himself as Bo Dallas in the Uncle Howdy gimmick. Vincent's eyes is blue. Uncle Howdy's eyes is blue. Look at his mouth. You can easily tell it's Vincent Joseph in that new Uncle Howdy gimmick. What if I tell you again that they trimmed his beard in his new role? They had to do that. Why else? Why else would they be freaking covering the identity up, man? Why else would they be covering the identity up, man? They trimmed his beard in his new role, man. As Uncle Howdy. To make his beard look like Bo Dallas. So remember, this person behind Uncle Howdy gimmick is Vincent, folks. I'm going to show you guys the video. I'm going to pull up this video of LA Knight getting an interview by Mega Morant and this mysterious mask figure popping up behind him. I want you to have a close look at this, man, because I have an idea, and I believe 100% that this person is behind that other mask. I'm not going to say his name until I show you guys. Let me go to the history and find it. It should be in the history somewhere. I got to pull it up. Okay, I'm sure the music was paused. We're still going to be live for Wrestle Kingdom 17 pay-per-view watch along. I'm still going to be live with that. Give me a second, guys. I got to find that video. The video that I was watching, that I was pulling up. I got to find that. This is very important, crucial information. This video is. We got to find that. We have got to find that video, man. This is a very important video to see. This interview with LA Knight was very important to see. Come on, come on. Where is it? There it is. Aha! I found it, folks. Oh, yeah. This is the fucking video. I found it, man. I found it. Oh, yeah, I found it. I'm excited. I got a smile on my face now because I found it. I found it, man. I get my charger because my phone's about to go off. Hold on. My phone's about to go off, man. I got to find it. I got to find that charger so I charge my phone. I got to pull this up real quick. So you guys remember that video when LA Knight was found unconscious after he got interviewed, after that other mysterious mask figure popped up behind him? Holy shit, man. Yeah, we gotta watch this, man. This is important. Oh, what the hell that fell back here? I hope you guys are still up, man. You don't have to go back to school. I mean, y'all should be out of school. Kids are still out of school. It's Sunday. You don't have to go to bed, especially if you're same age as me, 23 years old. Hopefully you guys are still up. I'm pretty sure you're probably just now trying to get prepared to upload content for the new week. Probably. Maybe. Okay. If I can just fix the quality real quick, I can go ahead and start pulling the video up here. All right, guys, here we go, man. You guys need to watch this video and pay close attention to the person behind LA Knight. Pay close attention to the size of that person's head. Oh, wait, this ain't it. This ain't it. Hold on. This is not it. Wait a minute. This is not it. That's not the video. That's the wrong one. This ain't it. I thought I found the right one. No. This is definitely not it. I just found it real quick when I. Oh, man. Damn. I thought I would find that video, dude. Let me see. Where is it? Where is it? I know I had it somewhere. Hold on, guys. I have almost found it. Okay, there it is.
Out there. Look, you just hang around when you're done working? No, I don't think you do. By the way, your questions, trash.
Look at that. Person randomly popped right behind LA Knight. I think this masked person that popped behind LA Knight is. Hold on. This is crazy, man. This right here is crazy. This video. That mask. I will never forget the day when they showed that interview with Mega Moran and the masked figure popped behind LA Knight in the pitch black dark. It was crazy. Yes, bro. This is the video right here, man. I got to see if I can pull it up on full screen. I can't pull it up on full screen, man.
Do you just hang around when you're done working? No, I don't think you do. By the way, your questions, trash. It's not an insult back.
Come on, dude.
Out there. Look, do you just hang around when you're done working?
Okay, here it is. Eric, play it now.
No, I don't think you do. By the way, your questions, trash. It's not an insult back. It's just a fact.
Man, why is it going black like this? Oh, boy. This thing is messing around with me, man. I hate when the internet does that shit. Now I gotta try to find it. Great. Now I gotta try to find it now.
Building your online business?
That's just great. I gotta try to find it
and
now.
set up your store on a single integrated platform.
Man, come on. No, that's not it either. That's not it either, man. Guys, I gotta pull this screen back off for a minute. They're not pulling up the right videos, man. It's starting to piss me off. It is really starting to piss me off, man, that they're not pulling up the right videos. It's just getting out of fucking hand, dude. I do not have all day for this bullshit. Okay, let's see what we can find here. Where is the part where LA Knight got interviewed? Where is it? It's gotta be somewhere. That video's gotta be somewhere, dude. Something tells me they deleted the video on here. This just got my anxiety up. Just got my anxiety up 100 times worse. Yeah, this just got my anxiety up real fast. It's taking me a while to find this, but I'm going to find it. Believe me, I am going to find it. I will find it.
Excuse me. Bray, apologize to who out there? Look, do you just hang around when you're done working? No, I don't think you do. By the way, your questions? Trash. It's not an insult back. It's just a fact of life. Yeah. Good night.
Oh, there it is. There's that video. I found it. I found it, man. I found that video, guys. All right, check it out. I'm gonna show you guys this video of this masked figure popping up behind LA Knight in the pitch black. All right, check it out. And who I believe it is, who I think it is, who I think it is behind that mask. I'm gonna reveal to you guys who I 100% believe is behind that mask as soon as I show you guys this video. Here we go, man.
Excuse me, LA.
Now I'm gonna go back and replay that again. We're gonna go back and rerun it again.
No, I don't think you do. By the way, your questions? Trash. That is just a fact of life. Yeah. Good night.
Did you guys notice that big masked figure behind LA Knight popping up in the black like that? That right there, that person behind that mask is Dutch. It's definitely Dutch, man. It's Dutch, the second member of the Righteous. It's Dutch behind that mask. No question about it. Dutch's head is big. That's one reason I know that Dutch is behind that mask. Dutch is a big guy. Look how big the mask. First of all, look how big the mask was. There's pictures of Vincent and Dutch together backstage in the dark. That's another way, and that's another explanation of how I know it's Dutch. I'm going to show you guys a photo of Vincent and Dutch in the dark on Instagram. So, compare that video to hang on. Why does it do that? Oh man. This webcam is just so out of it, man. Like, I think it's this freaking laptop. It's just strong Wi-Fi, man. The Wi-Fi is too strong, man. Whatever it may be. This is crazy. Okay, guys, check out this photo. Check out this photo of Vincent and Dutch in the dark. Here's your evidence of how I know it's Dutch. Look, check it out. Compare the video that you just saw to this right here. Look at that. Look at this photo of Vincent and Dutch. Clearly, the person in that mask that popped up behind LA Knight is this guy. It's this guy right here. You see my mouse? It's clearly Dutch. It's clearly Dutch behind that mask. I think Dutch was the cause of the stuff falling on LA Knight. This is a photo of them backstage in the dark in Ring of Honor. So compare that video. Pitch black dark in the video is the same as the pitch black dark in the photo. It's a match, folks. It's a match. Look at it. Look at the pitch black. Look at the pitch black dark in the background. It's a match, man. It's easily a match. Easily a match, man. We can easily say that it's Dutch and Vincent. And let's be honest, it's time for Vincent and Dutch's debut, if you ask me. This guy right here looks like Bo. That guy right there looks like Bo, the guy beside Vincent. Looks like Bo Dallas. Well, there's your evidence, folks. The pitch black dark in the video matches the pitch black dark in the photo behind Dutch and Vincent, man. Clearly, the guy in that mask that popped up behind LA Knight is Dutch. That is the other identity of the Max Man. So now you know. Now let's see if I went over the other news yet or not. The other news articles here. Gonna put the music back on. Oh! We got a little bit more WWE Saturday Night News to go over, even though it's Sunday. So, WWE talent were not informed about potential company sale. Now, this is different, guys. This sounds, it may kind of sound the same, but it's a little bit different. This is actually a little bit different, man. And yes, folks, I took a nap. I easily got sleep, so I'm probably going to be up maybe all morning, possibly, because this is my last day off, and I want to spend my last day off doing what I need to do. So I go back tomorrow. What was I playing? Oh, I was playing this. Anyways, guys. So, WWE talent were not informed about potential company sale. WWE held an all-hands-on-deck meeting. So the talent wasn't invited. Talent not invited, and talent wasn't invited in that meeting before Smackdown. They addressed several things, according to a report from Fightful's paywall. WWE talent were not smartened up at all regarding the company going up for sale. It says here, and I quote, "Were not addressed about a potential sale or Vince McMahon," end quote. WWE could be sold soon enough because the company enlisted in JP Morgan, a financial heavy hitter, to make that happen. Only time will tell which company or country owns WWE by the time 2023 closes. In the meantime, WWE talent seem to be getting the news as they read it online. The company doesn't seem eager. They don't seem eager to give out any inside information. What is y'all's take on this situation? Now, your last WWE Saturday Night News we have is on the Smackdown viewership. Some of you guys are not going to be happy about the Smackdown viewership. I'm telling you that right now. I'm telling you that right now. Brace yourselves for a complete letdown news, because the Smackdown viewership dropped to an all-time low after last week's John Cena boost. Yep, Smackdown viewership dropped to an all-time low, man. John Cena returned to WWE last week for one match, but he wasn't back for the first show of 2023. How did the viewership turn out, as so much attention was brought to the company's board of directors with Vince McMahon's run? Or should I say Vince McMahon's return, actually. According to Spoiler TV, January 6th episode of WWE SmackDown brought an overnight average of 2.168 million viewers with a 0.5 and 1849 demographic. The 730th episode of SmackDown brought in an average overnight viewership of 2.44 million with a 0.5 and 1849 demographic. WWE SmackDown drew a fast national number of 2.213 million viewers. That was quite a number as WWE heads into the end of 2022 last year. not going to go over the rest because it's too long. What is y'all's take on the WWE's progress on SmackDown? Sound off in the comments. We don't have much AEW news. We only have AEW news on Dax Harwood and Jericho Appreciation Society segment being added to AEW Dynamite for next week, which is this week. Because it's a new week now. So. The AEW locker room is ignoring Dax Harwood's positive remarks about the Young Bucks now. I'm going to go over that story with you guys. So apparently, according to Wrestling Observer Radio, Dax Harwood's latest podcast episode created a lot of buzz within the company. So there was a ton of talk about the wide range of topics Harwood discussed, but no one gave much importance to what the Young Bucks being on the Mount Rushmore of tag teams. It says here, and I quote, while there was a ton of talk about Dax Harwood's podcast within the company, the one thing that didn't seem to get around or mentioned was him saying was that if there was a Mount Rushmore of tag teams, that the Young Bucks should be on it for all the things they've done in the ring and their influence in the business. I don't see that as being a negative thing that Dax Harwood said. I think what Dax Harwood said was positive. I don't think what he said was negative. I don't know why these AEW wrestlers are thinking that Dax Harwood's comments were negative when clearly they were positive. I mean, I don't understand. Even Ringside News listed that Dax Harwood's comments were positive. Even Ringside News believed that Dax Harwood's comments were positive, man. I don't understand it, man. I don't understand this community full of rejects and full of geeks in the community. I don't get it. How can people say that Dax Harwood's comments is negative? I would love for somebody to explain to me in the live chat. I don't understand this, man. What is y'all's take on this story, man? Because the topic will generate a lot of options, because there was a lot of great tag teams who wrestled in the business that it would be hard to just pick four. AEW roster is already filled with the brim with talented professional wrestlers. The Young Bucks remaining a part of the roster is something that the company is determined to do going forward. Jericho Appreciation Society segment added to AEW Dynamite next week. Jericho wanted to recruit Ricky Starks in Jericho Appreciation Society, but got a straight refusal from the one. I guess Ray didn't want to join the Appreciation Society. He basically said hell no to that. Now the Ocho will reveal his next plan of action this week. Escalibar noted during the live broadcast of AEW Rampage this past Friday that fans will hear from the Jericho Appreciation Society at the Kia Forum next Wednesday night on Dynamite. Plus, Adam Page will finally make his in-ring return to take on Jon Moxley. The Heyman confirmed he was medically cleared to compete during a segment on Rampage this past Friday. This is the card for this week's episode of Dynamite. Death Triangle versus the Elite. Match 7 in Best of 7 series for the AEW World Trios Championships. Adam Page versus Jon Moxley. This new alliance tag team known as Jungle Hook versus Lee Mariani and Big Bill. Bryan Danielson versus Konosuke Takeshita. Saraya versus Saraya and Toni Storm versus Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter. We'll hear from the Jericho Appreciation Society. That is the card for Dynamite. For this Wednesday's episode of Dynamite. That's going to be a good episode. When you have stars like Saraya, Toni Storm, Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter, Jon Moxley, Adam Heyman Page, Death Triangle, and the Elite on that show, especially Dave Bryan and Konosuke, you know it's going to be one of the greatest episodes of AEW Dynamite of 2023. It's one of the more greatest AEW Dynamite episodes of 2023 for sure, man. With all those stars. With all those stars on the card for that show. And we all know that each and every single person that's slated to appear on this week's episode of Dynamite are good wrestlers. Their gimmicks are great. Their in-ring skills are great. Their promos are great. Britt Baker can cut better promos than Charlotte Flair. I mean, I'm not lying. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for your AEW Saturday Night News. And I hope you mind that Bo Dallas never dyed his hair. He always had his hair dark brown. So we know that is easily not Bo Dallas behind that Oka Howdy gimmick. Don't forget, Vincent. Vincent is the person behind the Oka Howdy gimmick. He shaved his beard to make it look like Bo Dallas's beard. It's not Bo Dallas. Bo Dallas doesn't have a gray beard. He's not old. Bo Dallas doesn't have gray hair either. That's how I know it's not him. For the geeks online who keep saying it's Bo Dallas, no, it's not Bo Dallas. Get Bo Dallas's name out of your heads. Okay? Hit the thumbs up if you guys enjoyed the Smackdown Rampage review. Subscribe to the channel if you do, man. We are at 540 subscribers now. Awesome. Good stuff. Let's keep going, man. We're still on the road to 600. So, if we can get to 600, man, I can stream a game that you guys have never seen me play before. I can do something special on the channel. At least let me know what you guys want me to do on this channel when I get to 600 subscribers. Please let me know, because I would like to know. I really would. Well, folks, I'm getting the heck out of here. I'm going to push the Wrestle Kingdom 17 pay-per-view watch-along to maybe 2 o'clock. I think I'm going to push it to 2 o'clock a.m. in the morning. So, I want to charge my laptop. That way, my laptop can have enough batteries on it. That's why I'm pushing my Wrestle Kingdom 17 pay-per-view watch-along to 2 o'clock a.m. So, we are not done, folks. I will see you live. We are not done. And if you guys have any questions, all you got to do is comment them in the comments below when the stream ends. Thank you guys for joining me for both reviews. I'm getting out of here. And like I said earlier, I hope you guys had a good weekend. Hopefully your weekend was a success. Hopefully it was great. I know some of your weekends are not always great. My weekends are not always great, but I try. I'm trying to make my weekend great. But anyhow, I'm getting out of here, guys. Take care. I'll see you guys in the live chat for Wrestle Kingdom 17 pay-per-view watch along. It'll be at 2 o'clock a.m. I'm not going live with it this afternoon because this afternoon I'll be streaming Dragon Ball Legends and Dragon Ball Warriors Battle. Those are one of the other Dragon Ball games that I have on this laptop that I'll be streaming this afternoon. I think after Wrestle Kingdom 17 pay-per-view, after the Wrestle Kingdom 17 pay-per-view watch along, I'm probably going to get on Xenoverse 2 and do that story mode where I had to save one of the villains from Second Form Cell on Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. I didn't even know they had Second Form Cell on there. Oh, because of the Breakers collaboration with Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. That's why they had Second Form Cell on there. Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you guys thought I didn't have that figured out, but I did. I been knew that. Solo guys like Solo Plays, they be keeping me up to date on shit like this. You don't think I know shit like this, man? Oh, when it comes to Dragon Ball content, my favorite Dragon Ball YouTube content creators keep me up to date on shit like this, man. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the live chat for Wrestle Kingdom. It's going to be a great watch along. Hopefully, you all are going to be there. I hope Cam is going to be there too. It's going to be crazy, man. It's going to be crazy. I'm going to be eating my ice cream while I'm watching it. The watch along will start at, well, the stream will start at 2. The watch along will start at either 2:10 a.m. or 2:20 a.m. Maybe 2:20 a.m. because I want to play some more good music for you guys. I want you guys to hear some more great fucking music in the background. I want you guys to hear some more rock music. That rock music sounds really fucking great, man. Holy shit, man. Who are these artists, man? Who are these artists? What I want to know. Well, it says it on there. It says it on there. But who are they as persons? You know what I mean? Creating all this music. Anyways, I'm out of here, guys. I'll see you guys here in a few minutes.